This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Welcome to the show. Today, we are going to take a closer look at the healing power of horses and the remarkable impact they can have on people's lives. My guests are Rhonda Capron, who is a member of the board of directors of REACH, and Shannon Smith, executive director of REACH Therapeutic Riding Center. It's located in McGregor. And it is just a delight for me to get to do this because, as we were sharing earlier, last year, I really became so much more aware of the healing power of horses. And it had to do with ROC, Right On Center for Kids in Georgetown. Got to know those wonderful folks and what they're doing, and Baylor and the engineering department and how they were creating sort of a device that someone could get on that would mimic the movements of a horse. But REACH is just right here in our backyard, literally, in McGregor on Valverde Road. And it's just a delight to have you both here to talk about this. You know, it improves health and it builds confidence. It's a big thing for veterans. It's a big part of healing for veterans who suffer from PTSD and all kinds of things. So anyway, it's good. Let's get started. Shannon, for listeners who may not be familiar with REACH, tell them a little bit more about the mission of the organization and how you got involved with it.
So REACH was founded in 2008 by Larry Barnett. He was an ex-United States Air Force pilot. Turned CPA, and he had a passion for equine therapy. And so he and Candace Harrison, who was like my second mom, put REACH together in 2008, coupled with Diane and Gary Haven, who allow us to use their beautiful property that has been an enormous blessing to us. I found my way through Candace into REACH in 2011. I became a volunteer in 2011. Mm-hmm. I then became a staff member 2015. My last kid went to kindergarten, and my husband said shopping was not gainful employment, and I needed to find something to do.
No,
and
really?
so I was like, really? It's a bummer. and so I became the volunteer coordinator, and here I am all these years later, and I'm still there. So, you know, our primary goal at REACH is, you know, what I always say is we just want to stand in the gap. We want to stand in the gap for those kids and adults with disabilities and for those veterans who just need a place to go. You know, the amazing thing about REACH, other than the scientific parts of it, you know, that of what riding a horse does, mm-hmm. is the environment is so different than any of the other therapies that these kids, adults, veterans are involved in. It's not a clinical setting. We're out in the fresh air. The property is so beautiful. It feels peaceful. There's just a peace out there that you don't get sitting in the waiting room at your therapist's office, doctor's office, mm-hmm. OT, PT, speech, whatever. And so I think that plays a huge part in why what we do is so successful for helping people.
Yeah. Rhonda, how did you get involved?
Yes, you know, my husband and I, when I retired, we moved here to Waco and right before COVID hit.
Oh.
And so we, after COVID sort of spent its time with us, started looking for volunteer opportunities in the community. And although I didn't have a lot of horse background, several people just mentioned this organization to me. So I thought, you know, why not? And went out and volunteered. So that's a big shout out to volunteers. In 2020, I became a volunteer. And as long as you're not afraid to get a little dirt on your boots, you can go out and volunteer and it's absolutely amazing. Started volunteering in 2020, just fell in love with the organization and what the mission and what they are able to accomplish, and just in the horses and their hearts as well, and joined the board 2 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, in talking with Dr. Nancy Krennick at ROC and hearing her heart for, as a physical therapist, she was, wanting people to feel like they can do more, be more, don't be in a box.
Right.
And often, it was kept coming up, horses are magic. I mean, I don't understand what it is that is so magical about the horse, but we know just the movement of being on a horse and what it does to the human's body, it's remarkable.
In there, it's not just the mechanics of the movement, it's the connection you make with the horse that I think sometimes is the most healing part. That they're so incredibly intuitive, and they meet you exactly where you are, and you can tell them, I'm going to get emotional. I always get emotional about this part.
That's okay.
You can tell them all your deepest, darkest secrets, and they're not gossiping about you behind your back. They're not telling their friends. They're not judging you. They're meeting you where you are, and they know exactly what you're feeling.
Absolutely.
And they respond accordingly. I mean, it's just, like you said, it's magical. It's just the human equine connection is unlike any other animal connection, and I'm somebody who's got 4 dogs, that I've ever really witnessed.
I can tell a quick story about one of our riders.
Yes, please. Yeah.
That this spring semester I worked to lead the horse, so that's my role, and we have certified instructors who do the lesson. But this young man has autism, and he is pretty nonverbal, but has been able through the semester to do walk on and whoa for his little horse, Cheyenne.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know, it's amazing. Cute little mare that he rides. And, sometimes he gets pretty agitated before the lesson starts, and he'll be screaming. But the moment we get him on Cheyenne and start moving out through the field, that all just melts away.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I got to talk to some veterans, female veterans that were in a class at ROC. And of course, they're assigned a specific horse, and she kept referring to the horse as her cardiologist. That it was
healing her heart.
Healing her heart.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's a great way to say that.
I know.
In all the years, I've never heard anybody say it that
Yes,
way.
right. I
So
can't remember the
true.
name of the horse, but she said, this is my cardiologist.
But you remember her and how that horse made her feel.
Yes. Right. I mean, and that's...
That she walked away with that feeling that she probably hasn't had since.
Right. People have heard about equine therapy, but may not understand it. So let's talk a little more about it. How is it that horses are able to kind of sense that a physical and emotional situation that the rider has, or even, I know at Unbridled, they don't even ride at that equine therapy. They're just interacting with a horse.
Right. It's a ground program.
Yeah. Which is, so let's talk about all these different, do that kind of thing as well at REACH?
We do.
Yeah.
So a lot of what the veterans do, they do ride occasionally. I have always thought that there's more to your interaction with a horse than a mounted session. I've always found a lot, even as an equestrian, from my own experience, my connection with my horse was always stronger when I spent time with him on the ground. So our veterans do, and quite frankly, some of them come in really timid. I mean, they're
or
very
maybe afraid.
fearful,
It's a big animal.
They haven't necessarily ever had an interaction with a
Right.
horse before. So I've never been of the school of thought that we just brought people in the door and tossed them up on horses. Like, you're missing the interim. You're missing the introduction. You're missing the part where they connect with the animal, and now they've established trust. And so when they do finally get on, they're not near as scared as if you just had them sign a piece of paper, tossed them on a horse, and let them out to the arena, right?
It's not a
they've
riding
got a
lesson.
relationship at this point, right?
Exactly.
Because they've established that from the foundation.
Yeah. Well, everything from currying the horse, cleaning the feet.
For
they have to get
sure.
down.
Grooming's
And
a
that's
huge part of
scary,
it.
you know. You don't want that big old foot to land on yours or whatever. I
Yes.
mean, it's really such an amazing process
Yes.
that equine therapy provides for the veteran or for, you know, anyone that's that's needing this kind of help. So we've mentioned the veterans. What kind of clientele do you serve at REACH?
So we serve, I think she mentioned autism earlier. We
Right.
do have a fairly significant autistic community of participants. We've got Down syndrome. We do therapeutic riding and we do hippotherapy. So therapeutic riding is learning riding skills. So it's horsemanship. We tailor each lesson. I mean, the theory's the same. The execution's a little bit different based on the skill level of the participant.
Mm-hmm.
So some of our participants can groom and tack their own horse. Some of them really cannot maintain enough connection with the instructor in order to walk through a tacking situation, and so that becomes unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
And so some of those lessons are the horse is just ready to go at that time. So it's horsemanship. So they learn to steer, like Rhonda mentioned. They learn to say walk on. They learn to whoa. They learn to turn. You know, based on their abilities level. And then we've got hippotherapy, which we partner with an OT from Elite Therapy, and she comes out on Thursday mornings, and so she just uses the horse as a tool for an actual therapy session, OT session. So she does a lot of manipulation.
A lot of stretching.
They ride sideways, they ride backwards, they ride on their bellies.
Really?
Yes, it's very interesting.
That is fascinating.
I have always found hippotherapy, like and Holly started way before I ever even started. So she's been there, you know, since the very beginning. And I still feel like every single Thursday I learn something different.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's just
That is
incredible.
so interesting. Equine facilitated learning. What does that mean?
So that's a little bit more of a ground tailored program. So that's for maybe with, okay, so prime example, we had a young man a couple of years ago who was just always very fearful. So getting him on was very, very hard. And so we just tailored an EFL lesson to just be an all-ground connection with the horse. So, you know, we might create a box in the middle of the covered arena, and his goal for that lesson is to get that horse in that box without touching the horse. So do you get the horse to follow you? Do you shoe it in? This is what they have to maneuver and figure out and manipulate for themselves. And so everybody's execution of that game is pretty different. It's interesting to watch.
But horses are smart.
But they are, and they're so smart. And sometimes they look at you like, no, I'm not going to do that, but thank you.
I'd rather not.
And
Thank you
a
very
lot
much.
of times they're like, oh, we're playing a game. I'll play with you. So you just never know what you're going to get.
Isn't that funny?
And so an EFL lesson really is trying to get the participant to connect with the horse and learn to regulate their emotions using the horse to help them do that.
We just had a young lady that just was in the summer semester, and she has a medical condition that causes her to be very tight. Her muscles very tight, and her muscles very weak.
Oh.
And we had her for her very first horseback riding lesson. And she got on the horse, and we got her situated, got her sitting tall, and she rode the full lesson and was starting to use the reins at the end of the lesson with her arms, which was pretty miraculous considering her condition. So that was a first lesson. It was just such a wonderful celebration.
I say they're miracle workers.
Yeah,
I mean, they
it's
really
amazing.
are. You have Horses for Warriors program. Let's talk about that.
So that's the veterans program. So we actually have 3 different veteran programs that come on Mondays. We have 2 from the VA and 1 from Fort Hood. But the community veterans come every single Monday from 5 to 7, and it's anybody in the community that is a military serviceman or woman, current or past, is welcome to come. That program is completely free of charge. You know, we created the program knowing that price has already been paid. So anyone who's in the community who's a veteran or is even active military is more than welcome to come on Mondays from 5 to 7 for fellowship with other military people and horse time, connection, healing, no judgment.
And you have segregated meetings for the female veterans?
So the two residential programs that come from the VA are separated. Okay. The community veterans are a collective group.
Just anybody in the community,
just
right?
Anybody from the community.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is so neat. So, I mean, you shared some stories. Are there any other that come to mind that were just life impacting through REACH?
So when I was first the volunteer coordinator, so this was probably 2016, 2017, we had a veteran who was Vietnam, and you know, it's no big secret that they didn't come back to a very warm welcome.
Yeah.
And
we've talked about that on this show a lot.
And mental health was just not something that was explored back then.
I know.
You were just suck it up, pull your boots up, and hit the road. And so he had spent the last decade locked in his apartment, with the exception of doctor's appointments, you know, errands of necessity, going to the grocery store. And someone at the Veteran One Stop talked him into coming out to REACH for a session. And he very reluctantly came. And 6 months into him attending our Horses for Warriors program, he became like our maintenance man. Like, I could call him and say, hey, the gate broke again. Do you think you could come out? And he'd be like, yeah, sure, I'm headed that way. And he came so far out of his shell that not only was he leaving his apartment weekly to come to see us, he then left Waco to move closer to his daughter so that he could watch his grandchildren grow up and not be this recluse. And I'm not saying it was 100% what REACH did, but I do think that what we do opens up the heart and the eyes for the healing that's been missing.
Yeah, life
that's
changing.
Needed. I mean, it totally transformed this gentleman's life.
Yeah. Right.
Well, we have a little pony, a little miniature pony called Boulder, and he is an absolute stinker. But we have several participants who are completely wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
So they cannot ride, and so we. Speaking of the horse understanding, he is a stinker to us all the time. But the moment we bring him out of his stall and stand him next to a wheelchair-bound child, for them to groom him, he is perfect.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's incredible.
It's like a different little horse.
How
it is
fun.
such a pain in my backside.
I love
Any
it.
other time
But
that you get a child,
knows. He knows.
Yeah, he just knows.
He just knows.
Well, so much more I want to talk to the two of you about REACH Therapeutic Riding, and you've got a big fundraiser thing you're going to be working on for next fall. We want to talk about that as well. But I want to let you know that today's show is brought to you by Allen Samuels. It is the summer sales event at Allen Samuels in Waco. Drive the new 2026 Jeep Cherokee, 37 miles a gallon. Drive home a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, 0% financing for 36 months or 2.9% for 84 months, or save $9,000 off MSRP. Or the 2026 Dodge Charger, if that's your vibe, you could score $6,000 in savings. Speaking of first responders and military, the members of those branches get an extra $500 bonus. So Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Waco, we will treat you like family. There's more of the show ahead.
Waco celebrates America's 250th anniversary party on July 3rd. Join us for live music all night, amazing food, drinks, spirits, vendors, and incredible art. Grab your lawn chair, bring your friends, and bring your holiday appetite. This patriotic celebration is where the party starts. Fun, flavor, music, and festival vibes all in one place. Don't miss this. We'll see you at the Art Center on July 3rd. Go to artcenterwaco.org and then events.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $13,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $13,000 off a new Ram 2500 Laramie Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Providence. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues and those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. Like I said, I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Gonna kick my seat back, put up my seat, and watch the world go by. Make believe it's a Sunday, and I pray that every day could be this nice. I'm just gonna turn off my ringer, sit right here and relax. I'm living on easy time, nothing much on my mind, and if there was, it sure wouldn't be you. Now that you're out of here, I'm sipping a cold beer, I'm smelling the roses, I'm enjoying the view. So stop blowing up my phone, cause there's nobody home, and I'm doing fine. I'm living on easy time. I guess it doesn't matter who left who, or if anybody's coming back. I've got everything I want in the palm of my hand. I just have to twist the cap. We're gonna turn off the ringer, sit right here and relax. I'm living on easy time, nothing much on my mind. And if there was, it sure wouldn't be you. Now that you're out of here, I'm sipping a cold beer. I'm smelling the roses, I'm enjoying the view. So stop blowing up my phone, 'cause there's nobody home and I'm doing fine. I'm not gonna stress about money or how I'm gonna cover my bills. No, I ain't worried about you, honey. I'm just gonna sit here and chill. I'm living on easy time, nothing much on my mind. And if there was, it sure wouldn't be you. And now that you're out of here, I'm sipping a cold beer. I'm smelling the roses, I'm enjoying the view. So stop blowing up my phone, 'cause there's nobody home. Stop blowing up my phone, 'cause there's nobody home and I'm doing fine. I'm living on easy time.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Alan Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
And we're back with Shannon Smith and our wonderful Rhonda Capron, who are both with REACH. It's a therapeutic riding facility in McGregor, and we've been talking about the magical transformations that these amazing animals can help effectuate in someone's life. And I want to know, where do you get the horses, and how many horses do you have, and all that kind of thing?
So right now we have, well, I like to say we have 6.5. We have 7. We have 6 big horses and a mini.
Oh yeah, you're our little stinker.
Our little boulder.
Our little stinker, yeah.
Our little boulder. He's like a half of a horse.
I love it. So where do they come from? Where did you acquire them?
So all the horses that we currently have are on loan. Right now, REACH doesn't own any horses.
Okay.
So Boulder is owned by one of our board members. Tex is another one of our horses. He's owned by one of our board members. We've got an ex-quarter horse roping horse. We've got a little POA mare who is just the most delightful little gal you could ever hope to know. And then we've got an ex-reiner who's a little on the older side, but he's as solid as the day is long. And we've got a Westphalian warm blood who, neat fact about Gideon is he's got a German passport. So, and he's owned by one of our longtime volunteers.
Yeah.
And then we have another OTTB, which is off the track thoroughbred, who is owned by our equine director, Shay. So
really, yeah. Do they have to have some special training to be involved as therapy riding horse?
So yes, they have to be, and I as an equestrian myself, I absolutely loathe the term bomb-proof, but that's as close as we can get to what they have to be. They have to be pretty desensitized to a lot of things in their environment.
Loud noises, I would
loud
think
noises.
if some of the kids have
Well, I mean, there are
autism.
kids unbalanced, crying,
They move around, just while the horse is moving. Some of our kids cannot control their movement. Right, that's right. So they can't get spooked easily.
Right.
And the horses really can't do this work for forever. So that's one of the reasons why we have people loan us their horses. They're evaluated up front, and then they go through a period before they're used in the program for further evaluation once they're there at the barn. And so these horses can't do it forever. So we don't own them, but we have just these amazing group of equestrians who are willing to loan us their horse for a period of time to do this wonderful work.
So they're all stabled there. They're always, they're on the.
And they last 3 to 5 years in a therapeutic setting.
Yeah. That is so interesting. Well, we talked about, for your veterans, it is a free program for there, but it's got to be expensive to do this kind of thing. So that's why you have a gala fundraiser.
We sure do.
Yeah, and this is coming up in the fall. Right now, the date's a little fluid. And
it's about mid-November, right after Veterans Day. But honestly, on our website, people can donate at any time to the work that we do because we do not get compensated for the rides to cover the expenses. So people can donate anytime on our website, but we have our big fundraiser in November, and this year we're doing something very special to honor the veterans. So anybody who sponsors a table will be able to bring pictures of their family, and so they can dedicate their table to their loved ones.
Okay, you have some.
I do.
Pictures there.
I do.
Share those.
So this is my father-in-law who was in World War II. So he was a Marine, that's in Raider in World War II.
Yeah.
C.L. Capron. And then my husband's picture is the smallest. He's going to give me a hard time about that, I think. But this is my father. He was in Korea in the Army, and he was an artillery officer. And then my husband, who has his smallest picture, so he'll give me a hard time about that, was in Vietnam as a Marine as well. Wow. So my table will be in memory of and in honor of.
Yeah. So how many people come to your event? What are you hoping for?
We're around the 300-ish mark.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, obviously the goal is to get every year is to exceed
to grow
the previous year. Yeah, for sure. And the more people know about us, the more traction we gain, the more curiosity they have, as to what we do. And, then they find out about us and hopefully want to buy a table.
We have some amazing sponsors that have been with us for many years who sponsor a table every year. We have great food, great music, the opportunity to learn about each horse. And they also can bid on the support of a horse for the year, which is always fun because then they get the portrait of the horse. One of my dear friends did that for their granddaughter who's in the program. And so they sponsored her horse for a year.
And so what does that cost to sponsor a horse?
Well, it's a bidding. We do it the night of, and we bid through the horses. But, honestly, for, our annual budget exceeds $200,000. So there's a need.
Mm-hmm.
There's a need to keep raising funds to continue this amazing mission.
Yeah, I mean, you handle any veterinary expenses and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Involved.
Feed.
Yeah, feeding them.
They eat a lot.
And they do eat a lot. They do. Well, REACH relies on volunteers, though. Let's talk some
Absolutely.
about the volunteers. I mean, you got involved through the
Absolutely.
volunteering program, and
Which is how I started.
You as
Yeah.
well. You as
It
well,
is.
Shannon. So how can people get involved with this, and what is the need? How many folks do you need?
So I would say we're like 85% volunteer run program.
Really?
I mean, we're a really small organization, and without volunteers, we would really fail to be able to operate. You can call out to the barn, 254-845-3000, and get in touch with someone. We've got a great volunteer coordinator, Brianna, who is amazing, and get in touch with her. Go on our website. You can find her email. Shoot her an email, and she will get you signed up, get you trained. No horse experience required. We just, bodies in the barn. There's always something to do that isn't necessarily leading the horses. I mean,
but you can learn.
Oh, for sure.
About horses.
Absolutely.
That's how I started.
I'll teach somebody all day long.
Absolutely. And
now you're a tried and true
I
horseman.
am. That's one of my favorite parts of the day. But as the old saying goes, if you walk through a barn and don't see something to do, you're not looking.
You're not looking.
Because you can do everything from groom the horses to clean the barn. But you do get training, specific training, to lead the horse and be what's called a sidewalker. Some of our riders are unbalanced on the horse, and so they have to have a person leading the horse, the instructor, and then a person on each side of them, sometimes holding their leg onto the side of the horse to make sure that they're safe. So those are volunteer opportunities to interact with our riders, which is always a blessing.
Oh, that is amazing. What are some of the biggest needs that are facing REACH right now?
I would say that, it's always about fundraising because just to cover our expenses. And it's all in volunteers. We get a lot of volunteers that come from Baylor. And so they come and bless us for a season and then they move on.
Yeah.
So we're always looking to increase our volunteers. And then also horses, the people who are willing to loan us their horse for a period of time. I mean, it's a commitment from them and us to ensure it's the right kind of horse. But I would say all three of those things are needs, ongoing needs.
Mm-hmm. How many horses can you stable? I mean, you mentioned 7.
We have room for 9.
Okay. So you could still take a few more.
And they cycle in and out. I mean,
I'm sure.
And you never really know from day to day who's going to be cycling out. They get tired. A lot of the horses that we get are of the older in nature.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is a second job for them.
Right.
For the most part.
Right.
And so, then they get an opportunity to find a green pasture somewhere and retire. We just retired one that REACH owned. In fact, Candace and Steve Harrison took him for us, which was not the first REACH horse that she has ended up with.
Yeah.
And so, we're always looking for well-natured, well-mannered horses.
So if someone has a child or a relative or a friend that could benefit from REACH, how do they get started? What is that process like?
So generally they'll get on our website and fill out, you can click on a form and that will generate click on a link, it'll generate a form, you can fill out your information, it shoots me an email, and then based on, what the question is, we can schedule a tour, because some people have never even seen our facility, and so it's really kind of hard to understand what we do if you haven't really put eyes on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can explain it, but I don't know that you really get it unless you've seen it. And so a lot of times we'll just bring somebody out and do a tour, and then they can fill out the registration. All mounted activities require a doctor's release. and then they'll do an evaluation.
Right.
So we can evaluate what their level of ability is and what horse will be a good match, what lesson plans, we need to implement, and then we'll put them on the schedule and go from there.
And I think that is from a learning perspective, there's always objectives that the adult or older child would have, or their parents would have, for that rider to achieve. So that's another important conversation that we have with potential riders and participants is, what are you trying to get out of this?
Right.
From a therapy perspective or a learning perspective, or just a relaxation perspective, a healing perspective. Some of our, it's amazing, some of our riders, the hour they spend with us, that gives that parent a break. Yeah. They're in their car, or they'll take a walk.
They read a book.
And some of these parents are 24/7 with
right.
this child.
So the caregivers need a
yes,
break too.
It's a great release for the caregivers,
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that.
They know that the participant's in good hands.
And the property is so beautiful. They'll walk the road. They'll walk down.
Oh, I know.
I mean,
it is
just
amazing. Lily's pad is just right there.
Yes.
And yes, that the Havens have put in, and it's their generosity, though, as you mentioned,
just
because having the
incredible.
facility, I was out there for a couple of other events, and so I stopped. I took pictures of REACH, and it's just set so beautifully there, and the trees, and you see the prairie land out there. But it was a great facility for horses. I didn't see any horses, so where are they?
So they had been taken off property for the glow up only because
for
they
the
hadn't
events?
really been exposed to hot air balloons. And
well, I guess that's
especially
true.
not in that that level of how many were going to be there. Maybe one probably would have been okay. But
Yeah.
I think they were expecting 15 or 20, and so I was like, these horses don't belong to me. So another one of our board members, Merlene Pacheco, they own Chevy of West. She has her place like 5 miles from REACH. So we just trailered them over there.
Oh, yeah.
And they stayed at Camp Merlene for 2 days. And then we brought them all back home.
But still, I mean, that's a
So they got
process,
a little
loading
new
up
change of
horses
scenery.
and getting them over
Yes,
and getting
for
them
sure.
back. I mean, it takes a
But
lot of people.
it was safer for everyone involved
Yes.
because
Well.
you just never know. Like with the hot air balloons, they could target for one place to land, but have to deter
They
to
might
another
land
place.
right in the middle of the.
And so it just made it
Corral,
safer
yeah.
for everyone involved.
Yeah.
And so we were happy, obviously, to do that.
No, it was. It's beautiful out there, though. It's a tremendous, and I know what a blessing it is just to have the facility.
Oh, it's
Absolutely.
incredible.
We could
We
not
could not
do it
operate
without
it.
them.
Yeah.
Without having that facility to use, because as you can imagine, the cost associated with just owning that kind of property.
Right, and having the property itself.
Right.
Is there a misconception you kind of come across that people may have about therapeutic riding?
I think it's the assumption that you have to have been a horse person and be able to ride a horse to benefit. I think, like we've talked about, there's so many other benefits to interacting with a horse, grooming a horse, and building a relationship with a horse that can benefit, that has nothing to do with whether you can jump over a 2-foot pole, right? So the assumption that you have to be able to ride to benefit, I think, is a myth.
Yeah. So, Shannon, you say you're equestrian. So did you do English riding and jumping and all that?
So I did. I grew up riding. We had ranches. We had horses. I discovered the love of being a hunter jumper by the time I was 6 or 7, much to my dad's chagrin. He hauled me all over creation. I think back on it now that I have my own children, and I'm like, I can't believe he hauled me all these places.
You and the horse.
Yes. And oftentimes another girlfriend and her horse. And so it was really amazing. And so I sold my last hunter jumper when I was 17, and I started riding cutting horses with my dad. And so I enjoyed that up until he died when I was 26. And then it just wasn't as much fun for me then. But I did get to enjoy, a lot of what I know about horses I learned from him.
Yeah.
So I had a pretty idyllic childhood.
Reining, you mentioned reining. That's a whole nother competition.
It
I was
is.
hearing about that.
I've never done that, but I've always been super fascinated by
I
it.
know,
Yeah.
where you
It's
have
really
to move
incredible.
horses around, and I don't know.
And now they do ranch riding and sorting and all of these things that I wasn't exposed to. So it's all very, I mean, I get really excited about it.
It is a whole thing. And my grandfather trained Tennessee walking horses here in Waco. And I loved horses, but I never got a chance to do much riding.
So one of the ones we have is a Tennessee Walker.
Is a Tennessee Walker.
Belongs to Marlene Pacheco.
Yeah, they're
those gated horses.
We hereby invite you out to meet Tex.
Oh, you
I
got to
would
come
love
meet
that.
Tex.
I definitely. I want to come out. I want to bring my camera. I want to shoot video, and we'll do a whole thing. And especially as we get closer to November and your event, because we want to sell that thing out and just raise tons of money.
Yes, please.
For REACH.
So we can just keep doing what we do.
Yeah. I know. Because it truly is life-changing for people. And I'll just say it again, it is magical.
It is.
What horses are able to do and how they affect our lives. But thank you both so much.
Thank you so much for
for all
having
you're
us.
doing and for coming to
thank you.
spend some time with us here. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
What is
No one knows hell like the devil and me. I've been here so long, I know every back road and where they lead. I can name the flames and each spark that made them what they are. Yeah, the devil's playing games again, breaking pieces of my heart. And I know it won't kill me, it'll only make me stronger. As it burns a little more with each image that I conjure. And he laughs a little more as each tear hits the floor and turns to steam. Yeah, no one knows hell like the devil and me. I've been dancing with the demons for so long. I learned all the moves, but each night they changed the song. And nothing's really new here, just faded memories. Yeah, no one knows hell like the devil and me. And I know it won't kill me, it'll only make me stronger. As it burns a little more with each image that I conjure. And he laughs a little more as each tear hits the floor and turns to steam. No one knows hell like the devil and me. hell like the devil and me.
It's the premier charity event of the year, the 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, presented by Ascension Provident. A fun evening filled with great food and drink, dancing, a spectacular auction, and more. This year's theme is Nashville Nights, Neon Lights, and Bullfights. Get your tickets now, donate, or be a sponsor. Help support the American Cancer Society to find a cure. The 2026 Central Texas Cattle Barons Ball, October 24th at MCC Highlander Ranch. For more information, go to centraltexascattlebaronsball.org.
An online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
It's our declaration of deals, and savings are moving fast at Allen Samuels Jeep in Waco. Get a 2026 Jeep Wrangler Sport for just $32,990, or take $10,000 off a 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit, or qualified buyers can get 0% APR for 36 months and no payments for 90 days. Don't stand still. Drive today. Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
Waco celebrates America's 250th anniversary party on July 3rd. Join us for live music all night, amazing food, drinks, spirits, vendors, and incredible art. Grab your lawn chair, bring your friends, and bring your holiday appetite. This patriotic celebration is where the party starts. Fun, flavor, music, and festival vibes all in one place. Don't miss this. We'll see you at the Art Center on July 3rd. Go to artcenterwaco.org and then events.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.